And and that's honestly what.
So when
cop,
you're high or drunk, what's the difference when you're driving a motor vehicle?
Well, it's different. It's different and it's not different. I mean, there's two different things that you have to look at.
The weed smokers are going like 10 miles under the speed limit. and they're going, then the guy speeds by and then it's, that guy must be doing coke. And then the ones that are going like this back and forth, they're drinking.
Well, no. It's funny. Like when weed, I told the story before, but when weed wasn't legal, I remember we were, my partner and I were driving and all of a sudden we could smell this weed coming from somewhere. Super intense. And we looked in the car in front of us, you could see the cloud of smoke in the car and they rolled down the windows and you could see it coming out. And it reminded me, remember Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Coming out of the van.
Yeah, where Spicoli spills out of the van and all.
Hey, Mr. Hand.
So, I mean, this is going on and we're looking, we're like, are you kidding me? So we pull him over, we get up there and the guy's like bloodshot eyes and he's like, oh. He goes, what can I do for you, officer? And we're like,
that's a fucker.
And looking at him, it's just like, come on, dude. He goes, we smoked earlier. I'm like,
it's still coming out of your clothes.
Dude, it's still coming out of your car.
30 seconds earlier.
And the guy is sitting in the passenger seat, is sitting there, and his shirt's like sticking out like this. And I'm looking, and I look down by the floorboards, and like between his legs is this long red cylinder down to the floor, and then they had like a 4-foot bong
built into the car.
No, I mean they were handing this 4-foot bong along, and just like, oh my God. And at the bottom by his feet was this mason jar full of weed, like big buds and stuff. So we're like, the guy goes and look, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, fine. And he pulls it out. It's big. I'm like, what is that? He goes, it's Big Red.
You mean the chewing gum?
No, I'm like looking at him like going, you named the bong. Wow. And yeah, it's Big Red, the bong. And what happened was the passenger that was smoking the weed, I don't even know how that he could light it, because if you, I don't even know, it's 4 feet. So how do you
like step on the gas pedal? Like what?
You have to, I mean,
it's got to be a
bong water everywhere. I just don't understand how. I had questions. I had questions.
I want to learn here. I need to learn some stuff.
So, then we find out that the passenger, his wife is in the hospital and she's in labor, but it's a prolonged labor, and she's like not happy. So he's so stressed out that his buddy said, "We're going to take a ride. You're going to smoke some weed and chill out."
Big Red.
So, yeah.
Uncle Big Red.
So they're driving around and they literally they were smoking the weed in the parking lot. The driver's like, yeah, we better get out of here before somebody calls the cops. And he pulls out right in front of the cops. and we pull him over.
Yeah, and the stoners, they'll stop at green lights. Right? or when it turns green, they won't go. They're still waiting, or they wait for the stop sign to turn green.
But it was, I mean, there was when it came down to it, there was 3 guys in the car, and the guy, they did come out of the parking lot of the hospital, and we gave him a gimme, and it was just like, all right, well, you don't get the bong back, and they're like, oh, you can't take Big Red. I've had Big Red for like I grew up with Big Red. Jesus, and we're like going, well, it's time to get a new Big Red, because you can't have this, and I got to take your weed. He's like, oh no, come on, please. They're begging. And I'm like, do you want to go to jail, or do you want to go back to the hospital and watch the birth of your child? Because if you go to jail, we're going to tow the car. We're going to take all the stuff anyway. And they're like, yeah, here you go. Here it is.
Yeah, plus the policeman's ball was coming up, so you guys needed all that.
So we confiscated it, and and the driver wasn't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love how I'm so late on those.
But the funny thing is that the difference is, like, for me, I wasn't a drug recognition expert, and that you have to go through extensive training to find out if the person's been smoking weed or they're on narcotics and stuff, as opposed to DWI.
The red eyes don't give it away, or
DWI is different.
Their inability to remember their name is not there.
So I mean, I give them a breathalyzer or bring them in, and I do the DMT stuff. It's different, but that's kind of the difference between the two things. But
that's funny because it's like, your eyes are so red, you're bleeding.
Now, being a dad, have you ever had to, did you ever go through the kid's room and go, oh, what is this? And there's like your pot pipe and anything like that, or
no? I haven't really, because it's just the situation that we had. They lived with their mother for the most part full time for the first few years, and then as they started getting older, it was never really a thing.
My dad did that to me.
What?
He went through I went to Valley Fair, and I had this little bag, Adidas bag that I had. I carried everything around in, and I put it on the table, and he goes through it, and there's a big bag, and he did the whole bag drop thing. He comes in, I'm doing my homework, and he goes, "What is this?"
and let me guess, you said to him, "It's incense, Dad. It's incense.
It's herbs, for the
for the pasta.
Yeah. That's the ticket."
Hey, what are you doing with my weed?
So your kids were good, so you didn't have to go through any of that.
That's good.
I really didn't have an issue, and I think they had so many other things going on that wasn't really a thing. And I would just. Saying that out loud right now, I'm thinking, man, that's something that they probably could have run to real fast.
Sure. Alcohol
abuse,
or anything like that? How old are they? What's your oldest one?
25.
25.
Yeah, 25, 23.
It seems like kids are not much of drinkers. And
it doesn't seem that
well,
way.
You have adult kids now. So, I mean, it's a different thing. But, I mean, when they're young, they were obviously going through different kind of peer pressure situations.
Yeah.
You have to remember they're seeing this.
Yeah, they will. They're going to be watching Dad on this. So, kids,
that's my dad. That's my dad.
Who is that guy?
Even on the younger side, I've got 9 and 11-year-old daughters, and they don't drink soda or orange juice or apple juice or nothing. They're just straight up water drinkers.
That's awesome. That's good for you. Good for you.
I never really introduced it to them, and they really don't have a desire to. They've never asked her. The only thing is they like the Starbucks where you get the whipped cream on the. You can get a chino or something that's not decaf or whatever, or it's decaf, but in Gatorade, that's the only thing that my youngest is like, oh, I want some Gatorade. I'm like, okay, cool.
As a teacher, it's funny because I nibble on candy all the time, Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that, and I'll offer it to kids all the time, if they're doing good and stuff.
You offer Jolly Ranchers to kids.
Oh yeah.
Is that from the van or?
Hey, little
so my
kid,
students, my students that are talking too much, and it's like I want them to be quiet. It's like, but there's kids that's like I don't eat candy.
Out of the van. Hey, little kid, I got some candy. You want to come for a ride?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but nowadays, with the anti-sugar kick, I get it, but I remember when I was a kid, Halloween and stuff.
Jeez.
Oh my God, full
gosh.
Sugar overload.
They used to call me
and then
kid.
you go to the house that they give you like a pencil.
Yeah, how many eggs
or like a penny.
And how many eggs in toilet paper hit that house?
Oh yeah.
Or they give you like a penny.
Gene, I think you have a story about Halloween.
Might. Well, no, we went up and with my younger sister, and then we went to this house, and then she answered the door. It was a woman, and she goes, oh, "You're too old," and she slammed the door, and I'm like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid." So we went back.
How old were you? 18.
It's 25.
Well, when we moved in Fridley, I was 10. And so we went back to my house, and my mom was in the kitchen. So I had to try to navigate myself into the refrigerator to get the eggs. And she was like, and I'm like trying to take the eggs out. And so then we went back, and her house didn't look very pretty the next day.
Didn't she have the door that they took the glass out?
Oh yeah, the half, what do you call them? Where that's half. You
have the glass and the storm doors.
Yeah, it was a storm door, but she took.
Yeah.
So then it went inside the house. But we had a bush. We ran across, after we did it, we ran across the street and hid behind a bush, and she was pissed.
Bet she was.
Well, when I was growing up in Mounds View, I remember when we were little, obviously going out and there's kids everywhere. And then as I grew up in that house and I had to hand out candy, then it came to the point where you wouldn't get any kids. I mean, it's like you meet 1 or 2 or 3, and at my place now, no kids.
We don't get any. That's the same. Zero.
Brett,
Zero.
you used to sit on the porch at your mom.
Oh, God, that was fun. Now, do you remember Matt Goldsmith?
I do, yeah.
Okay, Matt Goldsmith was a hockey player. He was a goalie.
That guy was a total dick. He was a sieve, too. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know that.
And I grew up with Matt. And Matt had this house that had this, here's the door, you have the porch that goes around the house, and you have like the railing, and they had, I don't know why, but they had a rocking chair on the porch. So he had one of the old goalie masks from his older brother, the Jason Voorhees style. And I went in the garage, and my dad had what back when he lived up north in Meadowlands. No, he had, I put on overhauls, but he had a birch axe. They call it a birch axe. So you would hit a birch tree and then you would kind of peel. So the axe was like this. It would come down and then out in a smaller, but it was ginormous and it was sharp. So you would be able to pull the birch, the bark off, for paper. So he had this old axe that he had as a kid. It's super old, but it's scary looking.
They do that to make canoes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what they were doing. But long story short, we were going to mess with the kids. So I got the overalls on. We put some hay and stuff like that because they put
you stuck the hay out from the cuffs,
and stuff, and put these gloves on, and they had hay bales to make it look, Halloween. Huh? And so we grabbed some of that stuff and put it in, put these overalls in. I put the mask on, and I sat on the rocking chair, and they had a sign around me that says "Take one." So in my hand there was candy. So they come up, ring the doorbell, and I'm sitting there, and the axe was kind of hidden. They would look over, see the sign, and they would go to grab the candy, and it would shut my hand, and I'd stand up and grab the axe. Kids, oh my God, the kids would go running, they're dropping their bags, and we're like, oh my God, what do we do? And then parents are coming over like, oh crap, we just wanted to, have
so many viral moments.
Oh my God. And then I went, well, let's go get some candy,
Well, you just had to go in your front yard because they dropped all
the candy. But so we went to a couple houses, and Matt, followed behind me, and I went to the store and rung the doorbell, and I got the axe, and I'm standing there, and the kid opens the door and looks at me and goes, and runs off, leaves the door open, and there's a whole bowl of candy there. And I'm looking at Matt's like, and I grabbed the candy, I put it in my bag, I set it back down, and off I went. And that was it. But, it was, those kids were traumatized. I'm pretty sure that if you see the podcast and that was you,
apologize.
I'm really sorry.
If you're seeking therapy,
therapy.
But
contact Stacy.
So let's ask about your martial arts career here.
Yeah.
Gosh. We're not. I wouldn't say much of a career. Look at who I'm sitting with in here. I'm just a piece of sand.
So you
are not. No,
you do a little bit of collie.
I started that.
Okay.
Finally, it was about 5 years ago. I kind of
where
Unified Martial Arts. Okay. Corey Albert.
Corey Albert. God, do I know Corey Albert?
It's over in Maplewood.
Usually I know pretty much everybody that's because they usually are offshoots of the collie group.
Okay.
Corey Albert.
But
that sounds familiar.
Well, what brought me there was that his wife, who also trains, had a great program for kids and behavioral kids.
Okay.
And initially, when we had some discoveries with my kid, that we thought it was mostly behavior. I mean, we were seeing that outburst of behavior. So we thought, oh, this might be a great way to get that energy out and figure some stuff out. So that's what led us there. was close to the school in our neighborhood. And then I just thought, oh, this is some pretty neat stuff. And I've always seen this sticks and knives and all that stuff. And, the TV stuff is so cool. But then it took me a few years to actually go back and want to do it for myself. And at the time, I didn't have time to join a traditional training schedule with a dojo and groups and stuff. So I did some private training, and it was great. I learned some real cool movements.
Oh, okay.
That made sense to me because I'm not big, I'm not all that stuff. So I grew up as a wrestler, so I'm used to being close. And so finally, toward the end of all my training and searching, I found, this stuff is all about being close. So, and then of course, I thought, oh, okay, well, it's Filipino stuff, and this is what I'm just discovering my lineage too.
Right.
Like, oh man, this all makes sense, right?